Some things you do know about him. You know that he was a candidate for City Council of Yakima. You know that he is the Region 6 director. And we all know his brilliance with film. You know, a couple things you might not know. He's a youth soccer coach. And he is officially on the Yakima City Planning Commission. Ladies and gentlemen, consider this your trigger warning. Gavin goddamn Keefe.
First off, I mean, holy shit today. I mean, everyone has just been fucking fantastic. Get your bleeping fingers on, buddies. I mean, seriously, I'm so impressed today that I had to, like, freak out and redo, like, my whole thing because I'm not going to get one-upped by any of you. But I probably will. Ayn Rand said that art is a selective recreation of reality according to an artist's metaphysical value and judgment. I believe the same to be true with libertarianism. You ask 50 libertarians one question, you'll get 60 different answers with 200 subdivision reasons as to why they came to that conclusion. And then you'll be called a statist. And other than the statist part, that's what's so beautiful about the philosophy and the party of libertarianism, is that there is no unified idea. And that we all take our individual experiences throughout life and it spiderwebs into this philosophy of don't harm people and don't take their stuff. But that's also what holds us back. Because instead of building bridges with one each other, let alone people outside our party, we spend our time measuring our liberty dicks. Who has the biggest liberty dick? And who's right and who's wrong, and if you don't agree with me, well then fuck you. And literally, is that not what we do all day long? I mean, I'm sorry for my language, you're just going to have to get used to it for like the next 10 minutes or so. But we need to build bridges, but we burn them. And the internet has done a great job of creating an avenue for us to spread the philosophy of liberty. And instead of building bridges towards one another, we burn them because we think that we're right and you're wrong, and that's in party and out of party experiences. Is liberty really best represented by our own selfish assholeness? Is liberty best represented by telling people that you're wrong and that they're wrong and that you're right? Because that's not what liberty is. Liberty is compassion for your fellow man, for your fellow woman. But that's not how most of us, if not all of us, represent it. And we do all do that in one fashion or another. I sure as fuck do. There's probably 40 people in this room that I fucking scorched the earth to and they're looking at me right now. I was like, really, Gavin, you're giving this speech? But I am. Because over time, this is what I have realized, is that the only way to grow our party or to get our votes is to offer an olive branch. And that's what we need to start doing. Maybe not say that you need to become a libertarian, even though that they do. It's that at least offer a second option. And I'm talking about unity. And we can unify without corrupting our message or our individuality. Because we can unify under the one idea that is to grow liberty under the Libertarian Party, because we want a peaceful society. We want a government that leaves us alone, restores our individual rights, and will create a better tomorrow. And we're the only party that can offer that. The DNC sure as can't offer that. The GOP has shown that they will not offer that. If the Pauls cannot reform the GOP, no one can. And so, So the only avenue for liberty is the people in this room, is the party that we represent, the Libertarian Party of Washington. 2016 is a giant year for us. We are going to have two candidates that the majority of our country can't stand. It's going to be Trump versus Hillary. I mean, that's 30% of the party, that's 30% of the country that supports those two people. And so this is our year to finally solidify the Libertarian Party in American politics moving forward for the rest of our fucking lives. And it's our job, every single person in this room, to come together, to be on the same team. Because that is the only way we can do this. We can't do this fighting with ourselves. We can't do this telling each other that we're wrong or that you're a Republican or that you're a Democrat. We can only do it by unifying and giving an olive branch to the other parties. We have to cross the aisle, and we don't have to corrupt our message. But we do need to be nice. It's our work, but we do. Stop telling people that you're wrong or that they're wrong and that you're right, because we are too few, we are too small to show them our dicks. But once we grow, we can. Because our goal is a libertarian government, is a peaceful society. But within our own selves, there's a large portion that views voting as immoral. There's going to be some anarchists here, they're going to throw tomatoes at me if they had them. But Tom Woods says he gives the example of that conviction as, what if we are all in a slave labor camp? And the guards give us the right to vote for our freedom. Would those same people with that conviction not vote for your own freedom? Of course not. But how is that any different than the society that we are living in today? Because we are not free men and women. We are slaves to the state. So, is it more moral for the state to hold your rights over you? Absolutely not. Of course not. So not voting, not participating, not being an advocate for liberty because you think it's immoral to vote is holding us back. It's saying that you would rather have your moral conviction than your freedom, than your liberty. And to me, that is wrong. How are we ever going to disrupt authoritarianism in this country if we can't even unify under a philosophy? And is that not solidifying the idea that the Republicans and Democrats throw out, that voting libertarian is a wasted vote?
No, it's not.
Shut your face, James. And even though freedom does not come from the state has taken away our freedom. So why not vote for your rights to be restored to the rightful owner, the individual, yourself? Where's the morality in the state owning your rights over you? And I don't know about you, but I want to hurry the fuck up and level the playing fields and make the Libertarian Party a major political party in this country. If the goal of liberty, of the Libertarian Party, is to achieve liberty, then we need to work as a team. We need to unify. And in that process, especially if you're new to it, you need to find your niche. But that's going to happen through failure. Some people are going to be behind-the-scenes rock stars, like Zach Banks, who is too good to show up, or David Traynor, our future chair. Other people will flourish in the spotlight like Michael Pickens. Other people will fail and stumble like myself. I truly thought that I was going to be a rock star Region 6 director. I pictured myself as just bringing in hundreds of people and be like, yeah! But that's not what happened. I failed at that. I found my niche in other responsibilities, in other roles, in the Libertarian Party of Washington. And for you who attended last year, that's funny, because I also do our banners. And so all the typos that were last year, my fault. I failed at that. But notice, no typos this year. And so we can't be discouraged by our failures. We need to learn from them. We need to grow from them. So if you stumble and you fall down, pick yourself the fuck up. Because you're going to learn from it, and you're going to become a better person, and you are going to achieve more through failure than you ever will from being handed what you want on a silver platter. I have been my whole life scared of failure. The whole time. I never put 100% into anything because I would rather give up than fail. And that's kind of hard for me to say publicly or to anybody, but it's true. And I wasn't growing as a person. I wasn't achieving anything. I was stagnant. But the moment I got involved in something bigger than myself is the moment that I learned I had to do more. What you're doing right now is not enough. I don't care who you are. I don't care how much involved you are. You're not doing enough. I speak that from myself to everybody in this room. We need to do more because liberty is more than just about us. It's about everybody else. We are the only philosophy that offers a link of every walk of life to us. The Democrats don't offer that, and the Republicans sure as don't offer that. And a peaceful society isn't going to happen overnight. It might not it won't happen for a while, honestly. But the more we unify, not in ideas, but under our goal, the closer and faster we can achieve that. And if we can't be peaceful with each other, how are we ever going to expect to grow? How are we ever going to expect to become a major political party, a major political philosophy in this country? If we can't communicate our compassion effectively for our fellow man and woman, our growth will remain stagnant. So stop letting your pride restrict the growth of liberty in this country. We are too small, too few to tell the world that they're idiots. You're clapping because you know that they are. But, so, with all this, in 2016, we can attain major party status just by being nice, by offering a second option. We could be telling Bernie fans that we are the original party of social growth, because we are. We were the first party to fight for same-sex marriage. We're the only party to have an electoral vote for a woman. We are 40 years ahead, literally 40 years ahead, 45 years if you want to be technical about it, ahead of our closest competition in social progress. The Democrats are just now understanding what we've been talking about for more than I've been alive. So why aren't we building bridges? Why aren't we offering olive branches? Why aren't we saying, if your candidate fails, hey, we have a viable option for you? Because no matter what three of the candidates that we have that will win the nomination, they offer an aspect of their campaign that will lure people in. And attaining major political party status this year is the most important thing there is. Because once we do, we level the playing fields. And once we start leveling the playing fields, then we start winning across the board. And once we do that, our rights will start coming back to us. The government will take away the restrictions over us. So stop talking down. Stop being and start sending the message that voting Libertarian is a viable option, not only for the candidate, but for the party, because we are the only party that represents what this country was built on. We are the only party that represents the future of this country. "2016 is our year. It's the year of the Libertarian. So fuck it all. Let's take our country back and suck it, FCC." Thank you.